Hi friends, if you're like me, you're live streaming right now under the heading Talking with Famous People. I'm host Eric. Today I want to talk to you about the important issues of Joaquin Phoenix, Toby Maguire, and Kirsten Dunst. Three people that you don't really talk about that much anymore. You don't hear a lot about these three people, but they're important people. Very important. And the key thing to take away from this whole conversation about them that's going to be had right now by me and many other people around the world is if you had to choose between eating dinner with Joaquin Phoenix while watching a Kirsten Dunst movie or eating dinner with Kirsten Dunst while watching a Joaquin Phoenix movie, don't worry, we'll bring Toby Maguire into it later. Let's just start simple. This is the important question that we all need to answer. And Lou, I'm glad you're here to offer your opinion on it. Would you rather eat dinner with Joaquin Phoenix while watching a Kirsten Dunst movie, or eat dinner with Kirsten Dunst while watching a Joaquin Phoenix movie? Now, here's what it makes it such an interesting question. Because everybody who knows anything about anything should agree that Kirsten Dunst, except for her role in Bring It On, is a terrible actress, okay? Nobody should think she's a good actress. She only has one acting move, and this is what it is. Her only acting move, you know? No, you have to choose one, Lou. So, the thing is, obviously, if you're going to choose the Kirsten Dunst movie, you're in for a bad experience, right off the bat. You know that. Your visual frame of reference is not going to be enjoyable. Your movie-going experience is going to be poor. But here's what's equally so. While it's equally true, while it's very true, Kirsten Dunst is a terrible actor. It's equally, at least so, that Joaquin Phoenix must be terrible dinner company. Okay, so you're really fucked either way, right? My point is, I'd rather watch a terrible movie with good dinner company, or at least passable dinner company. Kirsten Dunst, she could just spend the whole dinner going like this, you know? That's fine. That's just, you sit over there and do your thing, Kirsten Dunst. But Joaquin Phoenix, you know he's gonna throw a tantrum about everything. Doesn't matter what you're serving, right? If you serve Joaquin Phoenix coleslaw, he's gonna throw his fucking plate down and be like, I don't want coleslaw. Can you just picture that fucker doing that? You just know right off the bat that Joaquin Phoenix is trouble, okay? Hi, Eliana. We want everyone to pay. Your price of admission today is you have to pick a side. It's coming in right off the bat. Just pick a side. You're either having dinner with Kirsten Dunst and watching a Joaquin Phoenix movie, or vice versa. You have to pick a side, okay? There's no Switzerlands on this issue. Nobody's allowed to be Switzerland. You too, Winston's mom. You got to pick a side, okay? You're either eating with Kirsten or you're eating with Joaquin. You can't have it neither. You can't have both. I'll tell you how Toby Maguire comes into it in a little while, but you're not there yet. You just have to come in picking a side right off the bat. Are you eating dinner with Kirsten and just getting this all dinner long? Or are you eating dinner with Joaquin? Now, granted, the movie's going to be better if you're having dinner with Kirsten Dunst as well, because Joaquin Phoenix is not necessarily a bad actor. But you know, Oh, well, it doesn't matter even if you know anything about either one of them. You still have to pick a side. Even if you know nothing about either of them, you still have to pick a side. Everybody has to pick a side. And no, it's not a poll question. Okay? Because I thought it was funnier to make it not a poll question. That's why. Anyhow, you're probably wondering where Toby Maguire comes into this whole mess. He does come into it at some point. So, now let's just mix up the question a little bit. Let's say it's kind of like fuck, marry, kill, okay? But it's play poker with, eat dinner with, or watch a movie featuring, okay? And you got Toby Maguire, Kirsten Dunst, and Joaquin Phoenix. Who do you play poker against? Who do you eat dinner with? And who do you have featured in your movie you're watching? Now, in my opinion, in my very learned opinion about this matter, in my highly learned opinion, what I think is you want to play poker against Joaquin Phoenix. Because you can practically hear him already throwing a tantrum when he loses. Right? You can already hear that poker throwing a tantrum about losing to you. Meanwhile, dumb girls just somehow win at poker. So don't bother trying to play against Kirsten Dunst. You'd be like, should I not have gone all in with this 7-2? And then the board's like 7-7-7. It's just like, okay, you horrible lady, you. No, don't play poker with Kirsten Dunst. That's what I'm telling you. That's what's gonna happen. She'll go all in with 7-2s, and the board will come out 7-7-7. You know, you don't want to play poker against pretty girls who are dumb. But you can already hear the whining tantrum of Joaquin Phoenix as you beat him at poker, right? You can already hear it. You can already hear it ringing in your ears. Now, Toby Maguire may lose a lot of money playing poker because he plays against really good poker players, right? He's going to be still way better than you or me. So don't try playing poker against Toby Maguire. Even though he has a reputation for losing a lot of money playing poker, he's still going to be better than you or me, right? Rachel's finally back. See, the thing is, this is just me recapping a very long conversation that began in the bath where I was bathing and Rachel was sitting with me in her wonderful way that she does. Because, from what I can tell, and I am as shocked by it as anybody else, but she apparently actually likes me.
I love you.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, huh? And likes hanging out with me and stuff, which is really, it's like, are you sure you want to hang out with me? You know, I'm just going to be doing my normal hierarchy shit, right? Yeah, she knows. Here she is hanging out with me anyway.
Yeah, we're hanging out and
we're talking about Hollywood.
Yeah, we're talking about Hollywood. And honestly, this is important stuff, you guys.
Because what we realized is, for one thing, we came to understand that Kirsten Dunst had only one natural move, but that since she used up all of her acting chops in Bring It On, and then in Spider-Man, which, you know, because the thing is, in Spider-Man, she had to choose between Spider-Man and this other guy, right? But either way, her correct acting move was the same. Well, so then people thought, well, hey, look, she's a big name actress. She must be a good actor.
Yeah.
Right? But then, like, some foreign director, like, Frenchman guy, hires her and he's like, okay, now, Kirsten, can you show me sad? She's just like, hey, like, no, that's not sad, Kirsten. Like this. She's like,
and then that got an
gets an
award.
award. Because people go like, wow, look how weird Kirsten Dunst is acting. That's how it happens.
Yeah, that's how it happened.
That's how it happened. This is something we realized. Oh, what's his mom? You might be onto something. You might just be onto something. You might have sniffed on the scent of a little something called truth there.
She always does.
You might be onto something, Missy. You might have picked up on a little clue of some sort. We must have left someplace. I don't know where we left that clue, but...
We got fantastic weed too, actually.
Yeah, this this guy, he's quite a salesman. He's like, look, no, but I really want to say this ounce of weed for $100. Because, you know, being an intuitard, I'm like, well, that is a really great price for weed. And I do have the money. And I am going to spend that much money on less weed sooner than enough anyway. But it wasn't in my plans right now. So I'll just stick with my original thing. He's like, no, but look, hey, it's really good stuff. It's a full ounce. It's $100. It's indoor. It's blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, fine, sold. And fuck yeah, it's really good.
It actually really is good.
It's like a full ounce for $100 too. So I was like, okay. 2 bills and you get, you know, a quarter of mushrooms, an ounce of weed, and he tossed in some edibles too.
Did he?
Yeah, he gave us some cookies too.
No way.
I'm assuming they're edibles. I don't know why he would give us regular cookies.
Yeah, they've got to be.
He might have given us regular cookies, but it seems unlikely. You know, it does seem unlikely that he would just give us regular cookies. That would be a nice thought too.
Yeah, that would be.
Here, and have some regular cookies too.
ESFJ.
You know, he is so. I tell you, this guy. You haven't walked up to the car with me before, but he is. He is straight out of a rap video. He's in like a pimped out like Mercedes car. He's got like little dreadlocks, like not like big ass dreadlocks, but like little miniature dreadlocks. He's got these reflective like highway patrol sunglasses on.
Wow.
He just like he doesn't even say a word to me. He holds up the thing. I'm like, here's 10 20s. This is 10 20s. And he didn't even count it. He just like looks at it. He's like, straight out of a rap video. It's hilarious. Anyway, he's got to be like 20, 21 years old or something, you know. And great. Like, see what a great deal, you know. I feel like he's coming all the way from Cal State. You know, he's not good about what time he's going to be there, okay? Once again, 3 o'clock is what time he told us to be there. And we were there, and this time I didn't get there early. I got there right at 3 o'clock, because I was like, okay, don't bother getting there early, you idiot. It was not barely before. It had to be 4 o'clock by the time he finally got there.
Yeah,
right?
because we like went to.
We waited 15, 20 minutes. He texted me. Well, I'm coming from El Serrano, which I didn't know where that was even. It's like a teeny little neighborhood name for Caldwell, LA area. Anyway, like little down in LA, you got little teeny neighborhood names that are like for these 3 streets or those 3 streets. The only people who live in those 3
Really?
streets know it as that. Everybody else knows it as just this general area. Anyway.
That's great.
So it's like you shouldn't tell somebody you come from El Serrano. Nobody's gonna know where the fuck that is. It's like even Arcadia, which is kind of like a bigger name city. I'm as likely to say Pasadena as I am Arcadia because everybody knows where Pasadena
is. Yeah.
Anyway, the point is
Pasadena is a pretty big city, isn't it? Is it a city?
Yeah, so is Arcadia though. But the point is Pasadena is a much bigger city than Arcadia. Anyway, he didn't even leave till after 3 o'clock.
Oh my god.
I didn't even leave till after 3 o'clock.
I didn't know that.
And he's coming from, and he's like alerting me, well, I'm coming from Cal to LA. Okay, well, you're actually supposed to factor that step in before you tell me what time you're going to be here. But that's fine. You got the drugs, so it's fine. It's totally fine. Do I have time to go to McDonald's before you get here? Which is what I asked him.
What we...
I was like, well, that's fine. Do I have time to go run through McDonald's before you get here, you think? Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, I'm going to be way later than that. Yeah. Of course you do. I'm going to be way later.
It was great because we were able to get our McDonald's.
Yeah.
Which we had one Diet Coke again.
Yeah, what's up with that? Okay, I get it sort of more when they get them both wrong.
Yeah.
Like that same McDonald's, like 2 times ago, Rachel and I went through there, we got our 2 Cokes, and they gave us 2 Diet Cokes. Well, maybe it could have been the person in front of us or something, it makes some sense or whatever, but today, we got 2 large Cokes. I got a Diet Coke. Rachel got a regular Coke. Like, what's up with that, McDonald's?
Yeah, that one. Now it's like...
You can't even spell Diet Coke without... Oh my god, this shit is fucking disgusting.
Oh.
But you thought I was going to say die, didn't you? I didn't say it, though, because that's where the funny is. That's where the funny is. That's what makes it so hilarious. If I just said what you expected, it wouldn't be funny. Hey, you gotta give him a break. It's only traffic.
That's what you gotta say.
But you don't tell me to be the place at the time you're guesstimating you might leave. It's like, this is like, I second. He's like, I'm like, hey, I'm hoping to hook up again. He's like, gotcha. Okay. Okay, IS or TP, whichever the 2 you are, who has your conversational momentum of a rock and total lack of clarity in your communication is probably ISFP. What time do you want me there? 3 o'clock. It's like, okay.
Then you leave at 3 o'clock?
What he's thinking to himself is, what time do I think I might feel like leaving my house? 3 o'clock? That's not how you do that. But it's okay because you're the drug dealer, so you can get away with as much of that as you want. And it's totally fine. Because you're providing the necessary service that the legitimate white market refuses to provide. And you do such a fabulous job of providing it, too. You know, I was able to, despite this delay and everything, I was able to get my mushroom prescription refilled a hell of a lot easier than I was able to get my Adderall prescription refilled. I had to go to the pharmacy. They don't even have it in stock.
And not
might
only
have it tomorrow.
Yeah. No, I don't even think tomorrow. You have to wait till the day after.
Well, they said the day after, but that if it comes in sooner, we'll let you know, which suggests they might get it. They don't even know when they're going to get it. That's the point.
That's so bad.
And that's the regulated market, right? The regulated market, Rachel and I walked out of the weed store proud of ourselves. Woohoo! We got 7 grams for $42. What a deal. The black market, I got 28 grams for $100 and it's way better weed.
Yeah, way better.
You know, and it's like, okay, I have to wait a little while because the guy can't figure out what time he's going to be places. But that's fine. That's fine. I'll make that trade any day.
Yeah, any day.
You know, okay, so I got to be a little bit patient. I got to go through McDonald's and come back. I got to change places on park if people start looking at me funny. This is just normal drug deal stuff. That's just how drug deals go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just part and parcel of the business. And maybe ISFPs do make the best drug dealers. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Rachel and I were really talking about our friend Chris earlier, who works at the Whippet store. Our friend, we call him, but we're not really friends per se. But he might as well be our friend.
Yeah, seriously.
You know, he might as well be our friend. That he is the one who needs to have a statue of him in the park. I want a statue of Chris in the park.
And like, what was so cool was that he
invited us.
Yeah, he invited us to like his gig.
He's going to China. He's doing sound for something in Chinatown on Meow Meow Days, and it's going to be an arts festival. He thought we'd be into it. He invited us and everything.
Yeah. And he was like right away. He was like, so like, did that like my guy like get to you?
Yeah.
Like,
he not only puts us in connect with the guy, so he's not a middleman, right? He's just closing distance. He follows up to make sure it went smoothly. I mean, that's a hell of a guy.
Yeah.
That is a hell of a guy.
Yeah.
And I can guarantee you that fucker's an ESFP. And if you want
I think he is an ESFP
if you want my nomination for guy that they should make a statue of, it's him. That's him. He is my hero. Okay? He is my hero.
And people say that you can't get along with ESFPs.
You should have seen the incredibly detailed and loving lesson he gave us when we bought our first Whippet dispensing machine as to how they work. Because we didn't know. We'd never had one before.
No, we didn't.
And he was very serious. He's like, no, let me make sure you understand this, make sure you understand this, blah, 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 blah. This can sometimes be a little tricky. It was, thank you so much. You get my kind of tardation and are purposefully solving it for me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You know? It's like the same thing with these kind of lighters, right? Everybody at that store is cool like this. They go, okay, well, what are you lighting? You know? Well, bowls, like bong rips. Okay, well, you want this kind then, because you won't burn your fingers. See?
Oh.
That's why we got these kind, because they told me that. Yeah, because they told me that. Yeah. They're cool like that there, you know what I'm saying?
They really do know their stuff.
Yeah, he's your He's like a concierge almost, you know? But he's just a friend, too. It's like...
Yeah, he's a friend.
Like when you want somebody to play along with your Windy Whippets video intro, he's your guy.
Yeah.
He's not gonna question it for a second. He's just gonna be like, of course I want to do this.
Yeah.
You know, that's what kind of response I want from somebody. The smell of opium is the least stupid smell in the world.
I don't think I want to...
I don't think smells can be judged in terms of their intelligence.
Is that from like a commercial? Because I know that opium is a perfume. Hey, Ruben, what's going on?
The day you tell me a scent is smart is the day I demand to see its IQ score. It smells vaguely of
vinyl tubing.
I take it back. That is a stupid smell. I take it all back. Well, yeah, sometimes it just takes a little bit of mushrooms to knock them out of you or something.
Yeah.
You know, we had to take a little bit of the mushrooms and then we had to roll around in bread for a while. Just kind of, Rachel was looking at things she might want to buy mostly, I think, and I was going through the horny period. Mushrooms, which I've discovered it now, is apparently a phase for me. It didn't used to be that I can ever recall, but now it seems like every time I take mushrooms, the first thing that happens after the first little stretch of period is I get horny. It's weird.
Maybe because you're with the right partner.
Maybe it's, well, it's like I said to you before. This was a wonderful sentence that came to me. Rachel's body is like a country I have to conquer over and over again because it's constantly in sexy revolt. You know, that's what occurred to me earlier. It wouldn't be in such a constant state of sexy revolution. I wouldn't have to come in and suppress its armies with my penis like I do. No. Yeah, it's... Hey! You colonies stay suppressed. Your sexy revolutionary ways need to be suppressed by my penis. Oh. That's the only explanation I could come up with why I need to keep reconquering this land over and over again.
Over and over.
Well, it's because it refuses to stay conquered. It just keeps erupting in sexy revolt again and again.
Thank you.
So, did we decide about the Joaquin Phoenix thing? Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, well, I was actually going to ask, what people would call your allergy to people like Amber Heard and Meghan Markle.
Oh, right. So, that's an interesting point. I'm not normally a knower, but with Meghan Markle and Amber Heard both, I knew I don't even want any more information. It's like, there's no logic to it. there's no feelings to it even. It's just knowledge. They're evil. And I'm not normally like that about things. I'm normally a decider, right? It's like I'm perfectly happy with things being unknown and undecided, therefore, because then I don't have to do anything about that, right? But those two, it's like sudden knowledge and things. My guess is that we probably each of us can smell a very, very precise sliver kind of evil like that, and we'll just know right away. And other people will be like, "Well, how could you know that?" You know, and maybe this is just me saying, "This must be how NI people are," you know, because I know that those bitches are evil, but I can't justify it. I can't justify my conclusion.
Right. It's just like you just know, and you're right though. That's the thing too. It's not like you're just like, oh, I don't like this person. And I just don't like the person. Like,
Well, and the thing is, like, your mom's also kind of evil in her own way, but I didn't know that. She's not the kind of evil that I can sniff right on right away, right? There are plenty of evils that I can't sniff out right away. It takes me a while to determine that they're evil. Whereas your brother, I kind of sniffed him out right away.
No, right away, yeah.
I sniffed your brother out right away. It's like, this guy's up to no good. This is a no good Nick.
Speaking of which, well, we don't have to talk about
I don't want to. I'm sorry I brought those
okay.
subjects up at all.
That's alright.
My bad.
He contacted me today, which was surprising. Because I'm surprised, after all this communication, that they think that I'm going to the wedding. Like, how could you
they're just playing games. They're just playing games. They're trying to put the ball in your court, right? They're trying to make it as though their invitation was legit, just didn't include me, and all this other shit. Just don't even play that fucking game. Stupid fucks. As if Rachel's with me. They're not gonna slide any of that shit past me.
Seriously.
There's zero chance they're going to outsmart me, and there's no chance that Rachel's not going to share with me what they say.
Right.
She doesn't have to, but she wants to because she's tired of them pulling their bullshit on her.
Yeah, like, of course I'm going to share, like, what's going on with my partner.
Why Jeremiah Finks? Are you auditioning for the role of manly sex a lot? Because we've named her boyfriend.
Yes, we've named her boyfriend.
Her future boyfriend, manly sex a lot. So any INFJ males who wish to audition for the role of manly sex a lot, then feel free to put your name in the hat. But remember, you're signing on to be a manly sex a lot. So you gotta check and see if you got all that much manhood underneath the hood there. That's a tall title to fill. I don't think that records smell like vinyl tubing, okay? I think you're conflating two things, Winston's mom. Look, the smell of a record album, when you crack open a vinyl LP album from in 1978 or whatever, and you're 7 years old, and it's Kiss, and it's got those cool guys in costume on the front, that's a wonderful smell. The smell of vinyl tubing is the smell of aquarium tubes. Those are a very different kind of smell. It's not a bad smell, but it doesn't have nearly as positive an association as record vinyl smell. That's a very different smell, okay? Don't conflate those two. Those are not the same thing. Yeah, that's why there's not a whole lot of ESFJ drug dealers out there. They also don't prioritize profit enough, probably. Well, Ruben, what that tells me is you don't have enough experience with aquariums. I'm sorry, aquaria.
Aquaria.
Can we all agree on that? Ruben has insufficient experience with aquaria.
Actually, I do too. Because I didn't know that.
If we can blame Rachel and Ruben for one thing, this you can blame both of them for concurrently. It's a lack of adequate experience with aquaria.
Yeah, it is.
It's okay. It's okay, Ruben. Rachel shares your pain.
Yeah.
She's right there with you.
Because I didn't know that there was like vinyl tubing that has. Where does the vinyl tubing go in the aquarium?
Well, they don't really use it anymore. But it used to go. It's where your blower was outside, right? But the bubbles would come out from down at the bottom.
Oh, yes.
So you put your vinyl tube down there. But if you have a waterfall style one like we have, and that's what almost everybody has now,
yeah.
then you don't need any vinyl tubes. So it's old school aquaria.
Probably better for the fish too, somehow.
Well, you know, both the vinyl records and the vinyl tubings are rather deprecated technologies, I suppose.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, the memory of their smells remain.
Yes.
Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that a wonderful
so
reference
wonderful.
point for us all
Yes.
to enjoy? And the NI people are all going, no. No, it's not. And the NIFE people are all going, yes. No, it's not.
Oh my gosh.
But you know what? What's an interesting thing is when NI people and SI people merge back into the melting pot of childhood. Like Rachel and I have a very equivalent childhood melting pot of Beatles experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very
Mine's
similar.
a little more SI specific, but by and large, we're both just products of that melting pot. Like we
Yes.
remember all the words, we have all these
Yep.
things associated with it.
Yeah, and we were around the same age when we were experiencing the music too, so.
If I'm NIFE, we're saying it doesn't really matter. It's a good point. You make a good point. Anyway, what I hope, well, the major takeaway from this whole conversation, though, I hope, is it's not aquariums, it's aquaria.
Aquaria.
Right. Let's not get that wrong, at least, you know. I don't need to worry about my phone making noises anymore.
I was gonna say.
I'm not waiting for it to tell me anything. I only care about when it makes noises when I'm waiting for drugs.
Yeah, like is it
Yeah.
is it telling you that the drugs are?
But actually, that's the thing. They could be telling that. This is how shitty
Yes,
the regulated
yes.
market is.
Seriously.
Anytime between now, tomorrow, or the next day, I might get a text telling me either my drugs are ready, or a text telling me obliviously, as though they haven't already called me, that they don't have my drugs.
It's such a shame.
Or a text telling me they've just ordered my drugs, or no text at all. I might get any of those things
Yeah.
over the next couple of days.
That's
And then I might go into the pharmacy 2 days from now and say, well, are my drugs here? And they might say, no. And they might even say, and we don't know when they're going to be here. That's how shitty the regulated market is. Compare that to my experience getting mushrooms. I'm hoping to hook up another quarter. Okay, gotcha. Be there at 3. Okay, 4. So, okay, in an hour. Okay, there's a lost hour of magical drug time that happens. But I mean, I spent at least that much time dealing with getting my regular drugs. Just calling the doctor.
Yeah.
Getting that phone call from them. Driving down there. It's about an hour. And then, unlike the pharmacy, the unregulated drug dealer says, and would you like additionally to purchase this really good deal on really good weed? I go, well, no. Are you sure? Okay. I mean, how much better is that? They're doing such a better job of giving me my drugs.
Yeah.
So much better. Why anybody would ever think we need government regulation to get me drugs has not had my life experience, that's for sure. I have never had any problem, well, not never, but almost never had any problem with drugs that I got off the street. Almost never. It's like, it just doesn't happen, I don't know why. Maybe I'm just lucky or something, but I'm pretty sure it's because regulation doesn't actually help very much. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that I know what drugs I want, and he knows what drugs I want, and he's able to get them to me in exchange for my money without anybody else getting involved, without any problems. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that absolutely amazing?
That really is.
It's astonishing how the world could possibly get by without all these regulators helping regulate us. I don't know, except for the fact that we all do it constantly, right? The crazy thing is that we actually think we need these regulations when none of us act like it. It's not like you won't eat your mom's cooking because some government regulator wasn't there checking on it, right?
Seriously.
None of us act like we need any kind of government regulation at all, and yet we all seem to be in favor of it, except for me. I mean, people always say, oh, come on, Eric. You can't be serious about getting rid of the health department. Yeah.
What has it done for us?
Yes, I am serious about that. There's no health department making sure my mushroom dealer isn't giving me poison or whatever.
Capillo Strauss.
We're just human beings, just like the people who work at the fucking, the stupid fucking health department, right? They're the same human beings as you and me. The only thing there is this artificial TE creation of disinterest, right? Because it's possible to conceive of a world in which somebody is interested to the point that they are unscrupulous. It doesn't mean you create this artificial disinterested party to check on everybody all the time. It's insane. It's completely insane, But that's the world we live in. That's the fucking world we live in.
I like what Desert INTJ has to say. He says, I don't eat my own cooking until I get a government regulator to sign off on it. Have to be safe.
Right. I mean, there is no clear, more cut and dry proof, positive, than what's happened, I think, both the last 2 months in a row, which is, I have no problem refilling my mushroom prescription, but I gotta wait and do a bunch of nonsense to get my outer.
Oh my gosh, it's like you really do have to jump through hoops to actually get it.
Last time I got a free 1/8 of weed with my mushroom prescription.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like a bonus surprise.
Bonus surprise.
Well, that's a fat quarter too, let me tell you. Last time we got a fat quarter of mushrooms. This is more like a regular quarter of mushrooms. This one came in a sealed bag. It's like
this
measured out. And we just barely got into it. We ate half a cap, and we just like split kind of a chubby stem.
Yeah.
And she had a little bit more of that, so I had a little bit of cap too. But we basically had the same amount, and wasn't much. We didn't eat much, but
no, I like that. Honestly, I like the lesser amount.
Oh yeah, me too. This is how much I want to trip.
Yeah.
I like tripping like this much. When we split that fucking fat quarter.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god!
We didn't
That is
know.
tripping too hard. That's not.
That was so.
I can't say it wasn't fun.
Day.
I can't say I'm not glad it happened, but I definitely don't want to do it again.
Right. I totally agree with you.
That was our Triton. Was it the Triton test? That was our Triton test. That nuclear test the U.S. did, where it turned out it was like twice as big as they expected it to be, and they were like, "Oops, sorry, did we blow up all these neighboring islands? Oops."
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
Which was that one? Mrs. Mom must know the answer to this. Which was that one? The the nuclear test that was like, "Oops, it's twice as big. Sorry, blew up all your islands and your Japanese fishermen and everything." Which one was that? But anyway, whichever one that was. This is of our myriadly stupidly. God, what the stupid things that stupid people do with powerful stuff is astonishing.
Yeah.
It's like, obviously no intuitive is in charge. There's no way any intuitive is overlooking this thing.
That's like a good job for an INTJ, like overlooking that kind of stuff.
I'm looking for an above ground nuclear test with his mom, in which the actual payload delivery, in terms of probably megatons, maybe kilo, I'm not sure. I'm not sure when it exactly was approximately twice as big as they anticipated.
Oh my gosh.
It was at Bikini Atoll, I believe. I forget the name of the blow up though, whatever they call it.
And then what do you say? Oops.
Yeah, basically that's what they said. Yes, that's exactly what they said. They said, "Oops."
Oh, wow.
There's no other way to put it. That's what they said.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow.
It's a crazy shit. You read about history, all the crazy ass, stupid ass shit people have done. You go, oh my god. And for want of an ENTP in charge, or an INTP, someone with SE in the back, somewhere 7 or 8, can we please stop with all this front stack SE? It's just insane. No. You guys are doing way too much stuff. I cannot believe it's taking you this long to find the answer to my question, Mrs. Mom. I am shocked and dismayed. I'll find it myself, for fuck's sake. Oh my god. I have to find out my own answer to my own question? What is this world coming to? Okay. Well, all you gotta do is Google, what was that above ground nuclear test that the U.S. did in the Pacific Ocean that time that was like way bigger than they thought it was going to be.
Oh God, that is so...
Way bigger than they thought it was going to be. If you just Google this, what was that above ground nuclear test the U.S. did in the Pacific Ocean that time that was like way bigger than I thought it was going to be? If you just Google that, let's see what comes up. It's the Mike test. Yes, thank you. That's all I'm looking for. November 1st, 1952. The United States detonated a hydrogen device in the Pacific Ocean that vaporized an entire island, leaving it behind a crater more than a mile wide. The key point about it is, oops, we didn't think it was going to be that big. My bad.
Oh my God.
Oh gosh. Did we blow up all those islands? Let's see. Let's see what the 7 surprising facts are. 7 surprising facts about blowing up these islands in the Pacific for no reason. Isn't this really just one surprising fact? That the U.S. did this thing not one time, but multiple times.
Wow.
Which is specifically blowing up islands for no reason.
Oh my gosh.
For no fucking reason. Except
people.
to generate. No, it's TE. It's to generate data to look at.
But there had to have been...
That's how stupid TE is. That's how fucking stupid it is. It thinks it's a good idea to blow up islands to generate data to look at it.
It's so... I cannot believe.
That's how stupid TE is.
It's...
Sorry, TE
so
users.
upsetting.
That's how stupid TE is. TE thinks it's a good idea to use nuclear bombs to blow up islands in the Pacific Ocean to generate data about what happens when you blow up islands in the Pacific Ocean with nuclear bombs.
Oh my God, literally doing it. Oh my God.
That's the justification. I shit you not. That's the justification. Why are you blowing up these islands in the Pacific Ocean with nuclear bombs? Well, currently, we don't have any data about what happens when you blow up an island in the Pacific Ocean with a nuclear bomb. How are we going to study that phenomenon? How fucking hilariously stupid is that?
Who okays that?
Everybody. Everybody.
But like... Who was behind?
Everybody. Science, everything. The history of the world is
Wow.
behind it. Everybody but people like me.
Yeah. We also were having a discussion about which uniforms are more stylish.
Oh yeah, I mean we explained the hell out of
Yeah.
World War II earlier.
Yeah, we had a whole discussion about World War II and about how what was his name?
Goebbels.
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 Oh
Look,
my God.
Goebbels is history's greatest suppressed gay like set designer with an infinite budget, right? He did a spectacular job of costuming, fucking festooning everything, getting the lightning bolts with his big flags, his whole spiel. It was brilliant. It was beautiful, you know? But the guy was so obviously this super gay ENFJ suppressed homosexual with 8 children whom he killed at the end of the war
God.
with his own hand administering
No
them poison.
freaking way. Oh my God. He gave them poison?
He was just, like so desperately in love with Hitler. People don't understand is Goebbels is responsible for World War II, really. He's the one who made it look good, you know? And if you were a neutral party in the matter, and you didn't know anything about any of the Allies or Axis powers or anything, and you just had to pick just the uniforms, well, I mean...
Yeah, I mean...
How much of a chance does a boring old green American fatigue uniform have against a sharp-dressed SS with the lightning bolts and the leather boots and the cha-cha?
It's
you
almost
know?
like no contest.
It's got no chance at all because, of course, some straight guy designed the U.S. outfit, right?
Yeah.
But Goebbels designed the Nazi outfit, and that thing is fabulous.
It really is.
You know?
That goes down in history as some of like the scariest, sharpest looking.
Right, well, Rachel was asking, like, well, why do you think you put a lightning bolt on it? And I said, well, because it's scary, of course. You know, it's like, you don't want to put, like, flowers and balloons on your uniform. You gotta pick scary things. Toby Maguire is your favorite actor. Well, then maybe it's your turn to answer the question. This is the new version of Marry, Fuck, Kill, right?
Yes.
That game. This is play poker with, have dinner with, or watch a film featuring. Okay? Toby Maguire, Joaquin Phoenix, Kirsten Dunst. You'd say which you want to play poker against, which you want to see in the movie you're watching, and which you want to have dinner with. You're doing all 3 simultaneously, by the way.
They're all involved in this.
You have to do all 3 activities simultaneously.
Yeah.
I should have mentioned that
at the same time, yes.
Yes, you have to do all 3 at the same
playing poker, watching a movie, and then like the person actually being
and
there.
having dinner with
And
whoever.
having dinner with, yes.
Yes, that's an important part. I can't believe I mentioned that part earlier. Very important.
Kill Kirsten does that.
No killing.
We don't have to.
No killing is necessary.
Yeah,
this is a version of the game that is just, we get to, we get to leave the killing out entirely.
No, there's no killing. You're just hanging out with the person,
You're
having
playing,
dinner.
you're watching, and you're eating, okay?
Yes.
You're playing, watching, or eating. That's all you're doing.
Eating
You get to play
as
poker
in
with,
dinner.
eating with.
Yes, eating with.
Yeah,
Right.
right. Gotta throw in the with. The point is, Kirsten Dunst is, we all agree, not a very good actor. Okay? And Joaquin Phoenix is not a terrible actor. We probably all agree with that.
He's not terrible.
He's not terrible.
I don't really know what he's been in, but he's
Toby Maguire seems like a bit of a one-trick pony. But he may have up to 3 tricks.
well, like he was in Secretariat.
Was he the horse? That would have been a trick. I'd be impressed if he was the horse.
I think he was the horse. It would have been a better movie. I don't know. It would have won.
I think if he wasn't the horse, it's still the same trick. I think it's still the same, like, shucks guy trick, right? You know?
Yeah. Well, that's
just like Kirsten Dunst got
right.
her, he's got his
He's
shucks on Toby
shucks.
Maguire thing, girl.
And Joaquin Phoenix is like, I'll never be understood.
No matter what happens in any scene that I imagine Joaquin Phoenix is involved in, he's throwing a tantrum about something. In my universe, Joaquin Phoenix is always throwing a tantrum about something insignificant.
What the heck? Okay, besides the Joker, though, what is he?
I'm sorry, I just don't like it like this. I just picture him being like that all the time. Being all serious and he just wanted to point at him and say, "Oh, Joaquin Phoenix, you."
When he got the the Oscar, he went on and on about some political.
Oh, did he? It
Yeah.
figures.
Yeah.
Figures.
Yeah.
I don't even know anything about the guy. I just dislike him for no reason.
Yeah, but you know. That's what I mean, is that you know.
That's one of those no-y
Oh, you're right. Desert INTJ, Her is great. Her is a good movie. Scarlett Johansson's in that too.
Look, I'm not saying Joaquin Phoenix is a bad actor. That's what makes the question supposedly fair, right?
Yeah.
Is that you either get to watch a movie with a good actor in it, but like it's not fair at all, actually. It's totally unfair because you watch a movie with a good actor and you have dinner with a bad actor who's pleasant, okay? Or you watch a movie with a bad actor and you have dinner with the unpleasant good actor. Nobody's going to choose that one. So it's not fair at all, actually. Never mind, but that's what I was thinking when I thought it up in the first place.
It is pretty fair. I think it's fair.
But who's going to choose that? Who's going to choose to eat dinner with Joaquin Phoenix? Is there anybody? Has anybody chosen that? To eat dinner with Joaquin Phoenix and watch Kirsten Dunst? Has anybody chosen to eat dinner with Joaquin Phoenix? Alex wants to eat dinner with Joaquin Phoenix. Okay, wow. Good job.
A reluctant vegetarian? Why is he reluctant about it?
Oh, there goes
Mary Kate and Ashley?
I didn't get a clear enough view to see which one it was. It was one of them.
Just like in real life.
Okay, you want to change the rules of the question then, Clint Eastwood. Even Clint Eastwood can't turn this question into strip poker because that changes the dynamics of the question entirely. Everybody would choose to play strip poker with Joaquin Phoenix.
Wait, he's so method.
He has the funniest name of everybody.
Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah, why is his name Joaquin Phoenix? Think about it. Is he? That's a dumb name. Let's be honest.
I believe so. The family, there's a bunch of them. Moved to Brazil or something to be church people.
Okay, but think about it like this. Just think about it like this, though, okay? At least River Phoenix, it kind of rolls off the tongue, right? You know.
Yes, River Phoenix.
And it goes together. It's like one hippie thing and another hippie thing, right? Joaquin Phoenix. Oh no. Ew.
No.
Now you're getting all ENFP-ish, you know, and we're gonna co-opt our 132nd Chicano heritage and name our child
Totally.
Joaquin. You get that whole vibe in there. It's super ultra mega dorky ultra super gay. So you don't want to go there.
Winston's mom, can you do me a favor and look up the other names of the Phoenix family?
I mean, I'm just saying.
Because like they're all named after.
It was like Emilio Estevez. That guy's not a Mexican. You know, I mean, that guy's not a Mexican, right?
He's not.
How is that guy a Mexican?
He's Martin Sheen's, right?
How is Martin Sheen's kid named Emilio Estevez? How the fuck is that?
Why is that?
How did Martin Sheen's kid become named Emilio Estevez? What the fuck?
He chose that.
That doesn't make sense, though.
He chose to.
Oh, he was banging the maid. Oh, okay. So he's
from birth.
So I see Emilio Estevez is so woke that he was born embracing his maid mother's heritage.
Oh,
or
he
what?
took the family name back. Oh, I see. Okay, so we have Brother Rain, Joaquin, Liberty, Summer.
Okay, wait, hold on. I want to get this thing straight about the Sheen Estevez thing. So you're telling me originally their name was Estevez, and then they changed it to Sheen to be more Hollywood, and then Emilio Estevez is like, no, my name's Estevez, not Sheen, motherfucker. Is that the story? Is that how it goes?
I think so.
Wow, that's a big twist. I had no idea. If that's the case, then my opinion about it changes entirely. Well, then that's cool. Then he's way cooler than Sheen. He's not just being dorky. That's different. That's his whole. Then he's being fuck you instead of dorky. Well, it's still pretty dorky, but it's got an authentic fuck you to it that makes it more cool.
Yeah, because I don't think that he got along with his dad.
Okay, well look, if their original name was actually Estevez, then it's an ENTP move. If it was just like his mom's name and his dad was banging the maid or something, then that's an ENFP move. And that's not cool. ENFP moves like that aren't cool. You know what I'm saying? So there's a big difference there as to whether or not it's cool.
So there's Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc Phoenix?
Oh, come on.
Joan of Arc.
Joan of Arc Phoenix? Oh my god. What a terrible name.
Come on now.
That's so terrible. Those gotta be ESFP parents.
They have to be.
That's just such terrible NI.
Summer Joy Phoenix. Summer Joy.
Summer Joy Phoenix? Martha Washington? You gotta be making that shit up. There's no Martha Washington. Really? You're just making that up. That would be hilarious. I'd approve of that one. If they named one of their kids Martha Washington Phoenix, good for them. I'm down for Martha Washington Phoenix.
Me too.
Summer Joy, that's just gay. That's just a stupid name. You know, it's just like, Summer Joy.
I mean, sounds like summer.
That's not nearly as good as Martha Washington. Summer Joy is like, you're trying. That's what Summer Joy sounds like to me. Let's not try. Let's not try. We'll make you have names.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me. They've run out of trying.
Hello.
Don't bother Capillo. Hey, mister, you let Capillo be. Capillo doesn't bother you. You don't need to bother she. Let her have her place. Don't chase her away. You be very nice.
She's introverted.
She doesn't like your ways.
She doesn't like your ways. She's fixed.
You need to be nice,
And
mister.
you guys are brother and sister. You have to play nice.
And then he looks at me, and I tell him, you need to be nice. He looks at me and goes, and he just sort of shakes his head like, you don't even know what you're talking about over there about us. You worry about people stuff. Let us worry about cat stuff.
True.
That's really what he's saying to
No.
me. He gives me the like, I trust you look. Well, he gives me this I trust you look, but it's combined with a look that says, you don't know what you're talking about. This is our shit. You stay out of it. You know? But it's not just their shit.
He made project.
It's not. It's our business too, mister. It is our business too. She's our kitty, you know?
Yeah, she's gonna be, if you want to go inside the room with us at night, you have to play nice with Pee-Pee. We're not gonna be, playing games with you guys.
We're imposing our human normative friends upon you. You like it or not. You have to play along, goddammit. You're gonna have to adhere to our moral prescriptions and not be wicked, okay? The problem with animals is, just like with anybody.
Oh yeah, that's right,
people too.
Winston's mom. You're right that Casey Affleck is married to Summer Phoenix. Are they still married?
Yeah, I'd be more impressed for them instead of being Summer Joy was Summer Hatred. That would be a more creative name, Summer Hatred. Yeah.
See you later, Lou.
That'd definitely be a more surprising name.
Summer hatred.
It just seems a little less saccharine than Summer Joy, maybe. Seems a little less cloying.
Yeah.
That's the problem with Summer Joy, right?
Right.
Either one of them by itself brings all the summery joy you need to the party, right?
Yeah.
Bringing them both together, you're really just, okay, do you have any other color on your palette shade there? Did you go with the middle name because that's exactly the same as the first name? You know?
Seriously.
Because, let's take famous person, what was that guy's name? Alright, that Sonny and Cher guy.
Sonny Bono.
Right. Sonny Bono's kid, Beige Dawn. At least it's Beige Dawn.
Oh my gosh!
At least it's Beige Dawn. The first name is modifying the second name. Okay, so you're adding something to the whole equation.
Oh my god!
Why you'd want to name your child Beige Dawn, I don't know. But I guess, who am I to decide what color Dawn your child should be?
I couldn't really think of Dawn and beige being together.
There's nothing wrong with beige. The reason you don't think of beige and Dawn going together that much around the Great Show is because among the many colors of Dawn, rarely mentioned is the color beige. You rarely hear people rave about the glorious beige of dawn. And the dawn radiated a glorious beige. But he named his kid Beige Dawn anyway. So, anyway, but the point is, it's better than Summer Joy because...
Is it?
Well, I guess
because like Summer Joy is like repeating itself?
Well, Beige Dawn is telling you what kind of dawn. Now, is Summer Joy really telling you what kind of joy? You could interpret it that way. You could say, oh, no, Eric. I'm saying this isn't winter joy. It's not spring joy. It's not autumn joy. This is summer joy. I think that they meant it just like a summer joy, like two things.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Right, whereas at least with Sonny Bono, he definitely meant to explain what kind of dawn the middle name was. With the first name.
So
which is a creative idea. Why he chose beige is the question we're all left with.
Who called?
If Sonny Bono's daughter Chastity married the lead singer Bono, she would be Chastity Bono Bono. That's true.
Oh my gosh.
That's true. Assuming Bono is Bono's last name.
H.G. Forrest.
Which it must be, of course. Hi, Jake Forrest. How are you? So anyway, the point is, Summer Joy does sound like a douche.
Summer Joy, yeah.
It kind of sounds like,
I mean, like, yeah.
Nightingale's Eve. You know, like Spring Morrow Splash. That's a good name for a douche. Spring Morrow Splash.
Spring Morrow Splash
Mom.
for a douche?
Mom, do you ever feel not so fresh? Well, that's why I have Spring Morrow Splash.
It is. Because, like, you have to splash. Because it's a douche.
Well, Julie, remember that time that Daddy and I took you on that ride at Disneyland?
Oh my God!
Splash Mountain? Yeah. It's kind of like that. Except it's for your special parts. It could be like, training douche.
Training douche. Yeah.
You know, women need training bras,
a training
right?
douche. Yeah.
Women need training bras. They also need, I don't know, training uterus reminder alarms or something.
Could beige be
option
to spray tips alarm?
They should get training ass cheeks for girls too. And put these ass cheeks in. They can be more womanly looking before you are.
You really do have
The insane things people do.
Yeah, they have underwear that has padding in the butt to make the butt more shapely.
Training ass.
Training
Okay,
ass.
time for you to start wearing your training ass. Sweetie. You're getting to be that age.
You have a bunch of guys who are like, oh, hey, mommy.
Thing is, of course, if you're a father, your daughter's way ahead of you on those matters herself. It's by the time I'm thinking you should maybe put on she's way ahead of me. You know, it's like she's already having that conversation miles ahead of me. and behind my back with friends and with stepmom and stuff like that, and it turns out like when I think, honey, maybe we should start talking about like she's not naive at all. So, she's already been having this conversation long before I thought she was. Yeah, she's been wearing training ass behind my back for years. Exactly. That's how it turns out when you're a dad. I can tell you from experience. It's like you think, like, okay, honey, I think I want to talk to you about this. But there, she's way ahead of you. You can't talk to girls about girl stuff. They're way ahead of you.
True.
And it's like you never will learn about girl stuff, really. I'm 50 years old. I still don't really quite. I think to be quite oblivious about girl stuff,
Yeah, but you still are like very nurturing.
Oh yeah, I'm like the writer in the Book of the Grotesques. The young woman inside me. Glad in a coat of change. Okay. Girl stuff? Girl stuff's just like period and growing boobs and, and like
sex.
Like whether or not you should shave here, how much, and whether
that's an interesting conversation actually.
Okay, well like this. The one time I tried to tell Delilah, you just need one kind of soap. You don't need these other kinds of things. Like, just get this soap, use it for your body, your hair, everything. That's all you need.
Oh, no way.
I tried to explain this to her. Let me tell you. Apparently, that's not true. Apparently, you need a lot of different kinds of soaps for a lot of different. That's girl stuff, okay? That's what I mean. As far as I'm concerned, just give me one kind of soap is fine. I mean, different kind of soaps, But that's girls have a different way of thinking about that kind of stuff.
What is it? Well, like, so, like, for me, when I was a teen, I liked conditioner because it weighed my hair down.
Okay, well look, Jake Forrest, I'm not going to deny that some of the stuff that I say called girl stuff, that there are plenty of girls out there who don't like this kind of girl stuff. You may be among them. I'm not claiming that just because you're a girl, you like girl stuff. Okay? But nevertheless, I'm calling it girl stuff, so just be okay with it. For fuck's sake.
But see, like, I can understand how people can think that you're an ESTP by, like, you saying that. Yeah, that's a period.
Sometimes,
no, we were talking about
sometimes it's Prince and Wolf, makes call stuff, girl stuff, it's all the girls, okay? It's just sometimes it's Prince and Wolf kiss the crawl like a cub too, okay? I'm not always Prince. Alright? I'm only sometimes Dr. Lionel Sprinting Wolf Casacord. Right now, I'm a lowly Eric crawling cub. That's different. Now I'm more like Kirsten Dunst. And there's one acting Look, isn't it not the case that every time you picture Kirsten Dunst, you picture her doing her one acting move to Spider-Man hanging down about to kiss her? That's like the only memory you really have of Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah, she wins when it comes to that.
Dr. Lionel Sprinting Wolf's Girl Stuff Special, Once in a Lifetime Symposium, with guest speaker Kirsten Dunst, would be. I'd buy a ticket to see that.
I would too. That's something that I would buy a ticket to also.
I would love to see that happen, but You know, I imagine Kirsten's got kind of a busy schedule. busier than ours probably.
She's
Anyway.
had her first child.
I do have something on the calendar tomorrow, I think.
Yes, you do.
Today, I believe we had.
You had Chloe? No, we didn't have anything today.
No, that's the point, Rachel. We didn't have anything on the calendar. What we had on the calendar today wasn't even on the calendar. It was just what was on our minds, namely mushrooms.
Yes.
And, you know, there's something just pleasantly. It's a weird thing to undergo because, you know, it definitely has its phases, right? Like the early phase of it is different than as you get into it, and then like I was about ready to go to sleep, pretty much sort of asleep, early part of it.
Mm-hmm.
After the horny phase, it's just this new thing that's happened because of Rachel's righteously revolting sexiness. Constantly in uprising, I have to go reconquer her periodically. Anyway, the point is, and then it's got this kind of like, for me anyway, but this is the thing is, this is the first time I think I've taken it without any Adderall. Since we've gotten it any times, probably.
Yeah.
And, it's more heavy, you know, it's like, kind of exhausting.
Yeah, it is exhausting. Like, I do feel like I'll be ready to go to bed. No, I'm always ready to go to bed. I really like bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now that you're on another bread-inducing medication, when you're not sleeping well because you slept so much, you get up and take more of.
Yeah, I do. I have to.
You know, it's okay, but the thing is, Rachel, you probably don't really need like 12 hours of sleep a night, you know? Just saying, right? The thing is, when you're awake for some of those times, it's not because it's a problem. It's because you've had enough sleep. So you might as well get up and do something or hang out here, watch TV, or whatever. You think that because it's nighttime and you're supposed to be asleep.
Well, like, I just, like, was woken up by, I was, like, asleep and having, like, a deep sleep. And then something woke me up, and then I get pissed off.
Well, who woke you up? Was it me?
A dream.
Okay.
No, I've been having, you know, the gabapentin dreams.
Well, don't take the gabapentin before bed. You don't need that to make you go to sleep, girl. You just need to take the Klonopin earlier and be okay with staying up late and going to bed later. The problem is you keep trying to regulate your time too much.
I don't even know how to regulate time.
Well, I mean, you always...
But that's what...
You almost always take it around 9 or 10 o'clock.
True.
That's usually. True. With some exceptions. Yes. But,
yeah, I am pretty...
And then, I think you actually have a pretty good, solid routine going, usually.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like, you go in, you're up for a few hours watching your shit or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm usually up for a few hours and we're out here watching my shit. I come and go to bed. You're probably about ready to crash out. We crash out. We're out for the whole night, you know? Yes. The thing is, when there's an exception, though, you don't like that. And you think it means something.
I want to be sleeping. I don't want to be up.
I mean, don't take the gabapentin before bed. Take it in the morning. You say it helps you sleep, but it gives you weird dreams that wake you up. You don't. I never heard a single bit of these problems from you.
Was just the Clonopin.
Prior to the gabapentin.
Yeah, you're right.
So you just don't take it at night. Even if it does help you to fall asleep faster, it's not worth it if it makes you wake up because you have nightmares or whatever.
Yeah, and then if it makes me tired during the day, I'll just take a nap. You know?
Yeah. Napping is sport of kings.
It is the sport of kings.
That's the real sport of kings.
Slow wave sleep.
I don't know where subconscious thoughts are bother or not. Gabapentin makes everything weird. When I take it, like, during the day, it's almost like this other thing that they give for sleep shift disorder. It's almost a similar effect on me, anyway. It doesn't make me sleepy. It makes me irritable and want to get things done, but not satisfied when I do. It's exactly the description of that other drug I'm talking about. And it makes it makes me irritable, slightly weird, in an indescribable way, and annoyed that I'm not getting something done. So I get something done, but that doesn't satisfy me at all. I'm continually just annoyed that there's more things to do, and I just keep doing them, kind of annoyedly. It's a weird drug. I don't know what to make of it.
It really is a weird drug. Like it definitely helps with my neuropathy. And it definitely makes me tired. Like, it definitely makes me tired. But, I mean, so does Klonopin. Klonopin, it's just maybe that the...
Klonopin makes you honestly just zonk. And if it doesn't, it just means take another half of it and you will. You know? It just takes a long time to kick in.
I get nervous because I don't want to run out of it. And
the only chance you have right now, the only reason you have to worry about that is because I take it sometimes. But I'm not going to... I'll do a better job of not taking it.
What makes you think that you're having a bipolar reaction?
That's not it. This is a joke.
Oh.
He's saying... They think they have two different polars concurrently.
Oh.
Right. It's not possible. Okay, you can't have two polars. You're only allowed one. No matter how shitty your 8 slot you may think it be, it ain't no polar to you nor me. That's the old saying.
That's the old saying.
It's been rendered an old saying for him. There's no going back.
Bipolar reaction, like...
Aww.
What?
There's no coffee.
Squire Bubbleton. Oh, there's no coffee?
I have to make a new pot of coffee.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. It's not your fault. Not anybody's fault. Well, it's my fault because I drank all the coffee and didn't make another pot yet. We can determine whose fault it is, actually. It's entirely my fault. But it's not really anybody's fault because that's what happens to coffee. It runs out. You drink it, you know? Otherwise, it just goes to waste.
I haven't been drinking coffee because I'm afraid to use up the coffee creamer.
That's so dumb. Just use it, darling.
Okay.
I can't believe you. That's so ridiculous.
I feel like, okay, this is really what went through my mind. Like, honestly, INFJs are so serious sometimes. Like, I really was like, oh, God.
Yes, I got
I'm not gonna say what I was thinking because it's just too ridiculous.
Okay, no thing. Point is, obviously, yes, I got too small within a coffee creamer last time because I irrationally said to myself, you know what?
No.
Fuck how expensive this coffee creamer is, and I like this kind of opening better anyway.
The coffee mate kind.
Well, look, the thing is, I like this kind of opening better anyway.
Oh, I see.
And I was like, I'm tired of how expensive this coffee creamer is, so I'm going to get the more expensive, smaller container of it. It's irrational, but it's what I did. Because the deciding factor was, I like the fact that it's got a squirter thing there. You don't have to scoop it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you don't have to scoop with this one.
Yeah.
You can just pour or squish together or whatever. That's what makes it better. It's like, it just struck me like, God, your value size, you can't even put a pourer on it.
So.
Like, put a pourer on it at least.
No.
Well, I decided to put off the issue of my disgruntledness of the coffee creamer until later.
Is it addicting?
What? Of course it is. Because it addicts you in the most honest way imaginable. Coffee with coffee creamer in it is way better than black coffee. So yeah, you get addicted to having your warm morning beverage, and yeah, you get accustomed to being good, right? So then you get really annoyed when it's not that good anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true. And you're like, this isn't nearly as good.
Oh my gosh, like when we went to Panera Bread and there was just like whole milk there. Back in the day, I'd be like, "Oh, that's so great!" Like,
that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But now I'm like,
now you've had it the good way.
It was disgusting.
All right, you need the meatiness. You need the meatiness of the creamer.
Well, what I like about creamer is that there's foam. You get the foam with it.
Now, keep in mind, to get that foam, you've got to put in a good 10 to 20 times the recommended amount of creamer.
Yeah.
Their recommended amount of creamer
is not.
They're
honest.
Just lie, double Y-I-N-G lying.
Yeah.
I need another one of these beverages. Would you like another one?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, okay. Want to hear so when I'm hungry, I do weird things. Like, when I'm hungry, I don't care, like, what, and poor, when I was on the job at the real estate office, I would be so hungry that I would drink the little, what do you call it, coffee creamers, because, like, I was so hungry.
Why didn't you eat at home or something?
Because SI bad, you know, like I would run out the door.
It makes me feel bad for you, Rachel. I'm sad. Like, I'm mad at myself for not being there to protect you.
Oh, I was.
I know, it was a long time ago.
I
I didn't even know you. I was busy doing other things, I'm sure.
You were being abused, honestly. So.
Oh, like Kimberly? Was that,
Yeah.
Did that time coincide?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, that's depressing. Let's not talk about that thing. Let's not talk about depressing things. Depressing things are depressing. Isn't it sad?
It was sad, but it was also a little funny, like, because it was, free, it was there. And honestly, like, sometimes I was like, oh my gosh, like, if they play back the stuff on the...
The thing is, this has always gotten me from the get-go. I could never tolerate the thought of your SI suffering. I just could never tolerate it. Right from the get-go, my SI frame of reference was like, oh my God, the SI indignity.
You're right.
And it appalled me and hurt my heart. SI is important, you know?
It is important, and I was really not.
Also, it's important.
I was really ignoring it.
This is not okay what I have going on here either. No. This whole not being on the line. It needs to be flat where it's supposed to be. Alright?
Truly, as a eighth folk,
right there.
don't suffer because they don't even feel it. I wouldn't feel it until I was like,
I know.
so hungry. Like,
but I feel it for her. And that's, in that regard, I can't, like...
We don't need to...
Yeah, it hurts my heart to see her, what she's, if I see her from a third party perspective undergoing what I wouldn't be able to tolerate with fourth slot SI, which is a very low threshold of discomfort, believe me. I can tolerate a very low threshold. It needs to be neither too hot nor too cold, unless I'm in the right mood, okay? If I'm in exactly the right mood, it can be all of those things for about an hour. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, that hurts my heart. Anyway, the point is, let's not talk about sad things.
That just brought back memories of when I was a working girl.
Nicer now, huh?
This was better.
This is better.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is, we're more properly coddled.
Oh my gosh. It is so nice to be properly coddled.
It really
It
is.
is. It really is. I get to wake up at whatever time I want.
We're sorry, rest of the world. We know that you aren't coddled like us, but, you know, and not to rub it in or anything, I'm not trying to rub it in, but it really is very nice to be just like, our big problems are like, oh no, we don't have enough money for whippets or something like that.
Right, that's
like
like
our
literally...
big problem. It's like, if that's your biggest problem in life,
yeah, you don't really have problems.
you are fully
coddled. It feels
coddled.
like such a problem, though.
Well, it really does. So, it's like,
especially to sevens.
Other people's got big, serious problems. They afford that amount of big seriousness. We afford the same amount of big seriousness to our little nonsense.
Yeah, we really do. And it really does. Like honestly, like not having whippets, not being able to afford whippets. It's like, oh.
Makes you feel like such a loser. You know?
Yeah, it makes you feel like such a loser.
It's like, oh my god, I can't believe we can't even afford whippets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, how do we let it get to this again?
Yes. You're really good with keeping the money in check though, in regards to having weed around, which I appreciate because that's at least.
You always gotta have budget and have money for weed and cigarettes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's. If nothing else, you have to have cigarettes. Okay.
That's
for me.
For you.
For me alone, this does not include Rachel, but worst case scenario of all, you can give up food, whatever, but you have to have enough money for cigarettes.
Yeah.
But the second worst, most important thing is weed, and it's not far behind. You need to make sure you budget enough money for weed for the month too.
Yeah.
Now this $100 ounce
this is gonna really
is
help
a real boon at the outset of the month. It's gonna save us a lot of money. Because I can tell this weed's gonna smoke slow too. This is not fast smoking weed.
No,
So,
some of the stuff that we buy at the store, even like legit names, like if we burn through it, because sometimes it's just not that good.
Or sometimes it's just kind of fluffy.
Fluffy, yeah.
You know, it may be good but fluffy. Is it really $8 a gallon? We saw it today at like $6.69. $6.79 maybe.
It's crazy. Like honestly, people are like gonna not like. I mean, it's gonna make. I don't know. Carrot, I want to let you know that I blame you for my obsession with the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, because I have been watching it ever since you brought it up. So, actually, I'll thank you instead of blaming you. Yes. I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you.
She is blaming you. With all of her blame.
You turned me onto it, though.
With all of her blame.
I'm like, if Carrot is interested in, I have to.
When we were talking, it started a very interesting conversation in the bath.
Yeah.
Remember? And I don't want to forget for some reason I was just remembered to think of it right now. My favorite sentence that I've come up with in a long time, which is, Rachel's body, it's like a land that has to continually reconquer because it's constantly uprising in sexy revolts. That explains why I have to always reconquer her land.
It definitely did help me waste my time.
Well, let me tell you, Carrot, I don't know if you've heard, but that Amber Heard lady's up to no good.
Yeah. So, we were talking before about how Eric is like, he just can like sniff it out.
I just hated her from the moment I heard a word out of that woman's mouth that wasn't, but this is what was interesting. What did we learn about the superpower of mine, Rachel, in the bath?
What did we learn?
That it doesn't go through movies.
Oh yeah, that doesn't go through movies. So...
we watched Aquaman. We watched the whole thing. And we thought her performance was bad, maybe. But at no point did I think, that lady's evil.
Yeah,
Okay? At no point did I think that
No.
lady's evil. But as soon as I heard her talking like unscripted, like she didn't know she was being recorded, for like 5 seconds I was just like, boom, that lady's pure evil.
Yeah.
So
you knew.
anyway, my superpower doesn't work through movies.
No, it doesn't work through movies. You almost forgot that she was in it.
I did forget that I had no idea she was in it until you told me. I still can't even picture what she looks like. The movie was terrible, by the way.
That's so funny.
If you want to talk about a textbook, terrible, big budget movie, that's Aquaman for you. It's like all budget and bad ideas.
Yeah, really. And like, they took everyone's idea, I think, too, and tried to like mush it together.
It's nothing but big budget and bad ideas.
Oh my gosh.
Well, the point is, yes, she may have been very forgettable in the role. I don't doubt that. But the point is, Karen, that even though she was still her,
Yeah.
I was unable to smell the evil in her from that film alone.
Right.
I had to see her in an unscripted moment.
Yeah.
Like, I probably didn't know Meghan Markle was evil until I heard her talking not in character. I'd probably seen her in something. She was an actress, right?
Yeah, she was an actress.
She was in
in
various
that
things,
lawyer
right?
show. Suits?
I don't know if I ever saw her or not. But let's say I did see that
Yeah.
Meghan Markle in something prior to hearing her talk in her relationship-y shit.
Mm-hmm.
I probably wouldn't have smelled her out as evil in her acting. But as soon as I heard her talking about her relationship and stuff, I was like, oh, evil, evil, evil.
Where did you hear her?
It was some segment on, like, Oprah or something where it's about whether her children were racist or
Oh my
somebody
gosh.
was racist about her child or something like that.
That's so ridiculous.
Do you remember this thing that they had this big like controversy over whether
Yeah.
somebody was racist about their child?
Yes.
And the way she was so carefully wording things, I was just like, oh, you evil, evil, conniving bitch. I see through every speck of your fucking evil. She doesn't hide it from me, that Meghan Markle.
No, she didn't. She honestly still has people convinced that she's a good person. It's like insane.
No, she is pure shit. That woman is.
Right away, she like took Harry and moved him to Canada and had the press release outfits that she would wear so that she would like ridiculous oh this is my outfit that I wore and you
The
could
point
wear.
is, it's never about what you never hear one word from her about what's good for him.
No, she doesn't care.
She doesn't care at all about him at all. To say she cares so little about him, I'd say it all twice.
They're Rachel, you know how it is with Amber's sisters and codependency and all that terrible dark garbage. Yeah, I never liked Amber. So like I never liked them together. When they first got together in 2011, I was like, she is using him to get ahead in her career. Like, I was just like, there's such a big age gap.
Thanks, Jake. Sorry, Rachel.
And, like, she was really unknown, and he just seemed to be, like, he seems to fall really hard for people. And it seemed like he fell really hard for her.
Are you talking about that prince?
No.
Oh, Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Okay.
Yeah, with Amber. Like I never liked the relationship.
Everybody says Johnny Depp's a meow, right? But everything about this Amber Heard Johnny Depp relationship that I hear about, just that just factoring nothing but that in, that guy sounds like bipolar to me.
And he probably is. You know, he's made a lot of bad. Well, actually, he was married for a very long time.
Who was he married to?
A French actress.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he was married to.
He just is such a romantic, like.
Sounds like an ESTP thing to do.
Yeah. He.
Sounds like a Frank Sinatra thing to do, you know, like. I'm gonna go marry.
And he did. He totally did. And they looked good together. And like he basically was like French because he was married to a French woman.
Doesn't that seem like an ESTP thing to do?
Yeah,
like,
it does.
Oh, I'm gonna go marry.
And Lily Rose Depp is now. So now he has French children and. They were married for a very long time.
I wonder. Now I'm curious about him, kind of. I should look at some interviews or something. I thought he did a pretty good job with Hunter S. Thompson and Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
He did a great job, yeah.
I thought he did a really good job with that.
Yeah, he did. He really did. Actually, that's probably his best role.
I also liked him in Edward Scissorhands.
Me too.
He was good in that as well.
He's good at evoking emotions.
So, I would say that Johnny Depp gets a thumbs up from me as an actor.
Yeah, me too.
So I can think of at least 2 things that I've seen him in that I liked him in. That's all I need.
I don't understand.
Ideally, there'd be a third, but that's okay.
What?
Oh.
They were just in a relationship? They're never married? I'm surprised. I didn't know that.
Is that a French movie?
Oh, they're French.
We don't need a French
You
movie.
don't know. We don't need to be married. I didn't know that. Wow. So.
You know what? Vanessa Paradise doesn't sound like a very French name to me. Are you sure this lady was French? Vanessa Paradise? That's definitely not a French name.
I think they had 2 kids together.
I didn't see Alice in Wonderland, so I don't know if he was good.
Alice in Wonderland was not that great. Can't say that was great.
Sorry, I'm getting ashes on you.
Oh no, it's alright. Paradis.
Oh, so it's not
Paradise.
Vanessa Paradise, it's Vanessa. Okay. Okay, sure, Vanessa Paradise. Sure, that's how your name's pronounced.
And also, Johnny Depp was also in the more recent
Willy
Charlie
Wonka.
and
Yeah, I didn't love
and
that.
that was not good.
I didn't love that. Okay, I know that much. I didn't like him that much in that Willy Wonka remake there. But I did like him in Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, and that was great.
And that other one I named. Oh, Fear and Loathing. That was like his best role.
His best
He
role.
really killed it in
He
Fear and
really
Loathing.
did.
That's how Hunter S. Thompson actually acted his life. It's like you can see footage of him and interviews and shit, and Johnny Depp's got him down. He nails him.
Yeah, that was.
So, I haven't seen a lot of Johnny Depp movies. I haven't seen any of the ones where he plays a pirate.
Weird. Oh yeah.
I haven't seen any of those pirate movies. But maybe that'd be something we could watch. Have you ever seen those pirate movies?
I have, and I like them.
You like them?
I do.
Maybe I would like them too. I like
think you would.
fun movies, you know?
Yeah.
I like fun.
Yeah, they're fun. They are. They're fun. And then you can debunk.
I don't know if Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas was a good movie or not. I'm just saying Johnny Depp did a great job of playing Hunter S. Thompson. He had Hunter S. Thompson down. Pia.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just surprised that he never realized that his wife's name was Vanessa Paradise. And she was just trying to fool him with all this Frenchie bullshit.
I can't believe that they were not married. I mean...
Well, that's irrelevant, right? That's what I keep trying to tell you. The only people who think marriage matters are people who've never been married.
You're right.
Once you've been married, you realize marriage doesn't matter for shit.
No, it doesn't. Because, like, it was his most,
No, not Hunter x Hunter. I never saw that episode where Johnny Depp played Hunter x Hunter. That would be an interesting
That would be
episode,
real.
Right? If we could get
That'd
that
be a good crossover.
we get that episode mixed together with the episode of Secretariat where Toby Maguire plays the horse. We could really have something going on.
I really want a reporter to like go up to Toby Maguire and be like, so you were in Secretariat, right? Like, yes. Did you play the horse?
Yeah, that clip from earlier though. That clip from earlier was good comedic. He couldn't have written that as like a comedy skit from like the 1930s vaudeville any better, you know? When you're like, I was like, I don't know, Toby Maguire doesn't impress me very much. He was a Spider-Man, you know, he was a Secretary. Like, did he play the horse? That was a good exchange, you know? That'd probably be a funny clip to clip out. Anyway, kind of feel like we're maybe winding down.
Winding down, yeah.
What time is it? Almost 9 o'clock. What time did we eat those mushrooms? That wasn't until like at the earliest 4 o'clock.
So like 5 maybe?
It's been about, what you call it, 5 hours, yeah. That's about the amount of time. You want Johnny Depp in a Hollywood remake of an anime series. That's also an homage to Bill Murray's role in Caddyshack. With Kirsten Dunst starring as Joaquin Phoenix's dinner partner in a poker game featuring Toby Maguire playing the role of Secretariat. It's perfect.
It is perfect.
We've got our perfect scene. Now, action! So if you're a late arriver here or anything, we are playing the new game, the new version of Date, Marry, Kill. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Fuck, Marry, Kill, or whatever.
Yes.
The new version of that, which is play poker with, have dinner with, or watch a movie featuring. And your 3 options are Toby Maguire, Kirsten Dunst, and Joaquin Phoenix. Okay.
Yeah.
You can play poker with Joaquin Phoenix while watching a movie featuring Toby Maguire and having dinner with Kirsten Dunst. Or you can play poker against Toby Maguire, watch a movie featuring Joaquin Phoenix, and have dinner with Kirsten Dunst. Or any of those permutations, okay? So this is the question. If you haven't answered it yet, please think hard because there is only one right answer. That's right. There's only one right answer to this question. Dinner with Maguire, poker against Kirsten, movie featuring Joaquin.
Oh, I forgot he was in Gladiator. Oh, he's so...
Was he good in Gladiator?
He was good in Gladiator.
He's not a bad actor. Were you about to
He's
say he's so
intense.
sexy?
No,
Somebody's already held
no.
back.
He's so intense. I forgot. He's very intense and
They just start filming him off when he's not. Doesn't think they're filming. He's just throwing a tantrum about something.
yeah.
And they're
I mean,
just capturing
he
it. And they're like,
plays
just
the guy.
get that in.
He plays like
Does he play the role of a big tantrum thrower?
He plays a tantrum player. Yeah.
A tantrum thrower?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing, Fly Guy. You think you're going to beat Kirsten Dunst at poker, but everybody knows you don't win against dumb girls playing poker for the first time.
Oh.
They always win. So that's the trap you fell into. You're correct to not play against Toby Maguire, because even though he loses against poker pros, he's not going to lose to the likes of you or me, right? The correct answer is to play poker against Joaquin Phoenix, okay? To go ahead and sit through the Toby Maguire movie of your choice. Maybe Secretary. It's a long film, but, you know. And go ahead and enjoy Kirsten Dunst going like this all you. That's the correct answer, okay? You have to play poker against Joaquin Phoenix, eat dinner with Kirsten Dunst, and sit through a terrible Toby Maguire film. That's the correct answer. You could switch those other two, though, if you want. You could have dinner with Toby and sit through a terrible Kirsten Dunst film.
Yeah.
You half dozen one, six the other. You could really switch it either way.
You could switch
They're
it.
both boring in their same way, right? Kirsten's going to give you this. Toby Maguire's going to give you his, shucks, I'm Toby Maguire thing,
Yeah.
you know. Neither of them's going to be a particularly stimulating dinner conversationalist, but you don't want to eat dinner with Joaquin Phoenix. That's right off of the table, right off the bat.
Oh my god.
You do not want to eat
No,
dinner
you
with him.
don't. No, you don't. I mean, that conversation is going to go so sour.
He's just going to complain the whole time. That's what he does. He's a complainer. We all know. We all knew before this live stream even started. Joaquin Phoenix is a complainer.
He's a complainer.
He likes to complain about things.
He does.
Okay, so, Interview with the Vampire. Does that have Kirsten Dunst?
She's a kid.
Is she the one that gets her blood sucked from her? Okay. It's a good role for her. Victim, girl who goes like this. Those things. Those are good roles for her.
That was the role of a lifetime. I forgot she was in that.
You know, her perfect roles are either cheerleader and
Bring It On.
Bring It On. Spider-Man girl, you know.
Yeah.
Or, oh no, my blood's getting sucked girl.
Yeah.
She does her.
And then she wins awards for acting.
It's really, the awards people are giving the director an award for making Kirsten Dunst do those weird things. Like, wow, you really get Kirsten Dunst to do some weird ass shit. I don't know what you call that acting, really, but it's something. Oh, Kirsten Dunst. What did you ever do to deserve to be the butt of so many of my jokes? Nothing, really. You didn't really ever do anything.
Something. Someone made you.
It was just her bad acting in Spider-Man that made me...
Oh, yeah.
It's like, whenever she'd be in any scene in Spider-Man, be watching along Spider-Man, ooh, Spider-Man, it's fun, it's a fun movie, good. And then all of a sudden Kirsten Dunst would show up and I'd be like, will you stop so obviously acting? acting so much that I just can't even. It just pulled me straight out of the movie, and I'm just like, oh.
And like Toby Maguire made a good.
Yeah, he
Spider-Man.
Well, all he had to do was aw shucks his way. But even when all she had to do was, he still acted so badly. I was like, oh, why are you acting so much? It's like, act less, like, be more natural or something. I don't know how they do it in the professional acting biz, but don't make me aware that you're acting so much.
Well,
That's as a consumer here, all I know is when you guys do this right, it doesn't look so much to me like you're acting, okay? And you look like you're acting. Mama gonna empty the bucket of pee into the sink. She go with you. Mama gonna empty the bucket of sea. Now's a good time to empty my bucket of pee. Rachel thought.
Everyone loves my bucket of pee.
Hey, now's a good time to empty my bucket of pee. She was right. It was a good time.
Delilah was
no time
totally
like the present.
disgusted.
No time like the present is what I say. It's a good time to empty I'll go empty my bucket of pee pretty soon too. One of these days. We're gonna look around, ain't gonna be no more buckets of pee to empty. Then what we gonna do? It's a living. That's like those fish they used to have before they censored them out. So now I've seen everything. The old cartoons. Only those of us who were probably 42 and older, 43 and older, remember those? Because those started getting censored. Those were the first things they censored.
What?
The first thing they censored in the cartoons. They used to have this fish. It was a repeating joke. He'd pop up like when something crazy happens from the water and go, now I've seen everything. And then blow himself and shoot himself in the head with a gun. And that was just in every part of everyday Saturday cartoons,
Wow.
It was the first thing they censored.
That's right. I get that.
I kind of get that too. As a kid, I was wondering, like, wait, so once you've seen everything, then you should die?
Yeah, like, what the heck?
I don't understand the message here.
Is that supposed to be funny?
I mean, it's like, this is a cartoon probably drawn in 1948, right? This is a couple years after we just finished firebombing the living shit out of Japan. Mm-hmm. So it's like, life and death is a lot cheaper at that time period than it is now, If you look up what actually we did to Japan, people talk about the firebombing of Dresden as being horrible, but we octupled that on Japan. The difference is, Japan was a different kind of enemy, right? It's like, there was no surrender, and there was no, there was no coming to any kind of terms with them. It's a weird kind of enemy. Like, what do you do with this? You know? But anyway, regardless, life was cheap back then.
So, like, your grandma lived through that time?
What time? World War II?
Yeah.
Well, yes, but I mean, well, my uncle Augie, who was her second husband's, my mom's stepdad, his brother, what I call my Uncle Augie, he actually fought in World War II. Like, I wish I had cared enough to ask and record and have him tell the stories when he was alive now. Obviously, that's like crazy, but he told me stories about like marching through Italy and shit like that, you know?
Oh.
Yeah. So, and I didn't care because I was like 18 years old or something. You know, it's stupid, but...
Yeah, but you were 18. Like, your interests are totally different.
Yeah, but it's like my grandma was more shaped by the Depression than she was by World War II.
Really? That's like...
I would say.
That's... And she had several siblings, too, right?
She was one of 8. Eight living.
In the Depression.
One
Oh
of
my
8 living.
God. Oh my God.
One of 9 total. The ninth one was
9.
stillborn, but they considered it a sibling nevertheless. I forget what the name they gave. It was really morbid. It's like, that's not your sibling. That's a dead thing that came out of your mom. Okay, sorry. Let's not kid ourselves here.
Oh my God.
That dead, gross thing came out of your mom.
Ew.
It's nobody's sibling.
Ew.
Alright, let's not lie about this shit.
That's so sad. Although, that's a lot of kids.
I mean, if you try to make this woman pop out a 9th baby, it's like,
I know.
8's not enough for you, motherfucker?
Seriously.
Have you ever heard
In
of
the
pulling out?
Depression?
Have you ever heard of pulling out? I mean, Rachel and I have a fair amount of sex, okay? You'll note, no spewage of babies. It's not because we're masters of some secret art here, okay? It's called pulling out, for fuck's sake. Well, anyway.
Were they religious people?
I don't know why he insisted on impregnating his wife a 9th time.
Yeah.
But it didn't come out right the 9th one.
Okay, that's sad.
It came out dead instead.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's so bipolar.
Well, I guess like I like to brag on my Facebook page. I was alive first.
Oh. That's
It makes me pretty special.
Yeah, it does make you pretty special.
Anyway, my grandmother's 9th sibling or whatever, but the point is, she was one of 8. Okay, I had 4 great uncles. My grandma and I had 3 great uncles, my grandma and 4 other great aunts. So I had great aunt Hazel, great aunt Muriel, great aunt Ellie, and great aunt Fern. Did I say Fern already? No. And then I had grandma, who's Gladys. And then there was Robert It was Robert and Bobby. Like two of them were named Robert, but one of them was named Bobby. I don't know why. There was Robert and Bobby, and then there was this other guy's name I forget. Muriel, yeah. There was Muriel, Hazel, Fern, Gladys, and Ella Mae. Those are the five girls.
Talk about like names of the time.
Those are some old-fashioned names,
Yeah.
huh? That's some old-fashioned names. Fern's the best, though. Fern is the one that really takes the cake in my book.
Yeah, it does.
Bob, Larry, and Robert. Bob, Larry, and Robert. That's what they were. There was Bob, Larry, and Robert were the three other ones. And the reason Bob and Robert were not the same is because Bob was named Bob and Robert was named Robert. Obviously, Eric. I now recall I haven't gotten the answer to that question. Why do they have the same name? They don't. Bob's named Bob and Robert's named Robert.
But like,
oh,
but
okay.
Robert, Bob is a.
Yes, Tony.
I wish I never understood why. Like, why would Bob be a nickname for Robert?
Well, I mean, I agree with you. Rob would seem
Yeah.
a natural nickname for Robert.
Yeah.
And yet, nevertheless, because there is no Bobbert, Bob has come and, I guess you might say, annexed that ground. And said, well, look, I got to be a nickname for something. So I might as well be you, Robert.
There you go.
You know, well, exactly. How does Dick come out of Richard?
Yeah, I never knew that either.
It's one of the mysteries of nicknames. It's called the mystery of nicknames.
And Dick was like a real popular nickname back in the day.
And like, how is asshole a nickname for Chuck? I never quite understood how they got there. What do you mean it's not a nickname for Chuck? Dick Richard, Jim James. Same logic for Bob Robert. I don't see any logic there at all, frankly.
I know.
I think you're
Jim
stretching the
James
meaning of the word logic, mister. Miss. I remain confused. Perhaps Psyduck is in our midst.
Psyduck is the reason.
When I remain confused, I always look around for Psyduck because he's frequently the culprit. Okay. So, what do we feel like doing now, Rachel?
I was thinking. I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know?
No. What do you feel like doing?
Well, your territories seem to be revolting sexually. Again. That's what I'm thinking.
That would be nice.
I'm thinking you're in sexy revolt again. I think you might be, yeah.
That'd be nice to do that.
I even took a bath earlier.
What?
I even took a bath earlier.
Yeah, I was gonna
remember?
say. I thought you said you didn't take a bath.
No, I said I even did already.
Are we
That's what I'm saying. I even already took a bath.
I have to take a bath. I'll wash my undercarriage.
Okay, well, I guess that'll bring this stream to a close. Thank you all for being here.
Yes, we
I
explorers.
hope you have a wonderful evening. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, etc. Bada bing, bada boom. And have a very good night.